Hey Aiden, I got a dad joke for you.
Sure, I got a second. What you got for me?
So after dinner, your mom asked if I could clear the table.
Did you say no?
No, I needed to get a running start, but I made it. Yes, I got you to laugh. That's the first one. This is the first dad joke I got somebody to work. This is what happens when a dad joke tells a joke to his own child. It actually works.
It took me too long to figure out what the joke was.
Oh, okay, fair. Well, hopefully the MoneyWise FAQ won't take quite as much effort.
It should be really simple to look at and figure out what you need to do with them.
Thanks.
Hey Sean, what are some of the benefits that come along with tracking time and attendance while payroll processing?
It's a good question, Bobby. Having an integrated system for your time and attendance and for your payroll allows you to do a number of different things. It allows you, during the pay period before you've actually processed, it would allow you to get some estimates on your labor costs, which is super helpful and beneficial. But the biggest benefit is accuracy, right? If you're able to use an integrated system where you can digitally maintain your hours, potentially any bonuses, commissions, tips if you're a restaurant or any other business that receives tips, tracking vacation, PTO, sick, all of that feeds into the payroll system directly. So you have a good, solid, consolidated record of time and pay and where those things intersect.
What would you call some of the benefits that the employee gets to utilize with a system like that?
Yeah, and it is good for the employees, right? So for the employees, if you have a time off request system, you have the ability for the employee to be able to keep track of their available time balance, whether that's sick or personal or vacation or PTO or what have you. They can know how much time that they have left. They can also know accurately how many hours they worked in a particular pay period. They'll know most good online timekeeping systems that integrate with payroll will let an employee know when they're into overtime, so they know exactly how much overtime they had. A lot of them will let them know if they have been on time or late for their shifts. And so for an employee, it can give them a lot of information about how much they're being paid and how to be able to accurately compare that this paycheck matches this pay period. But it'll also give them information on some of that benefit time and how they're doing in terms of showing up to work.
I think in the world with financials, everybody's trying to budget, employees, businesses, and it helps keep track day to day, if not hour by hour for most systems.
That is great. A lot of folks who are trying to budget or who might be working from a tight budget, or I know sometimes, I hear it from employees, that work week felt like it was really long, and you look it up and it's like, well, I worked 42 hours and it was longer than my last work week, but it wasn't undue. And that can help put some things in perspective. So, I'm a person who loves data. I wear all the data devices for health tracking, but I think having that time and attendance integrated with your payroll just gives you more data, both for the employee and the employer, to make sure that you can make great business and personal decisions based on that information.
And I think it's good for businesses to know that those questions that they maybe don't know, just contact your payroll provider. They know what to ask, how to set the plans up, and where to go from that.
Yeah, these systems are most beneficial when they're set up correctly. When you know that there's alerts for when somebody's late or if somebody's missing a shift, when you're able to track, again, all of the time off in one place, get a good single source of truth for how much time off is available to an employee, but having that set up correctly so that it all calculates correctly, everything is earned correctly, and then everything is recorded correctly, both from the time perspective and the pay perspective.
And just the archived reports that you're able to pull that information, whether it be by employee, by month, by quarter. I know a lot of clients that really enjoy having that feature.
Yeah, that's a great point, Bobby. You get both historical data for business planning, so you can know whether last Memorial Day or July 4th or Christmas season required 7,000 hours. This year you're only at 6,000 hours, and of course I'm making up numbers. But you can also, and I've seen this happen, a Department of Labor wage and hour audit is probably the hardest audit to go through. If you have all your time and attendance and your payroll records together, integrated in one place, you're able to say, hey, actually no, We did have this person clock in. They clocked in at 8:58. They were paid from 8:58 to 6:02. No, they didn't get a break, and we recorded every single one of those hours, every single minute, and every single extra second. And we paid them for all of that time, so they don't have a claim about missing overtime because every hour, every minute, every second was recorded, and we've done the right thing.
I think all of this information is extremely helpful, especially leaning on the compliance part, because that's a very anxious situation to get into when you have an audit from anywhere.
Thanks, Bobby, and thanks for bringing such a great question.
Of course, you're welcome.
If you have questions about this or any other payroll-related matter, please feel free to check out our website or follow on our socials. And if you're interested in making a payroll change, please reach out to us directly.
Our website has an affordability calculator. You can enter in just a little bit of information and we'll get back to you with a quote. You can also give the office a call or schedule time to come in and speak with any one of us. We'd be more than happy to answer any questions you have.
My name's Sean.
My name's Bobby.
And this has been a MoneyWise FAQ.